Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. How to buy gold on a limited budget. This video is something that I've been kind of thinking about for quite some time. And these two recent purchases have really inspired me to talk about this subject more confidently. Because one of the complaints that people make about buying gold is, well, it's expensive. And so I'm going to buy silver because it's easier and you can get it for a lot less money. And the prices are so low right now with the gold to silver ratio being as high as it is. I just can't afford gold. And so I'm just going to continue to buy silver. And that's an understandable reaction indeed. However, I would encourage anybody, no matter what your station of life in life is, or your budget and your situation is, you can, yes indeed, you can buy gold on a limited budget. We're going to discuss that here. And now, as you see here, these particular pieces are very, very small, and I'm going to describe each of these to kind of give you an idea of what we're talking about here. But before I do that, I'm going to talk about fractional silver. Most people, when they buy silver, they buy it in 1 ounce sizes. And really, that's going to be the best way to be able to get it for the lowest price. When you find deals out there, you can find silver for relatively low over spot at 1 ounce size. Now, obviously, the larger that you buy, the silver, the smaller the premium. 100 ounce bars have very low premium, but there's also other issues that can arise with having a larger silver bar like that. But fractional silver in the form of struck rounds, newly minted struck rounds, are very expensive, way above spot price. It's impractical to accumulate those. So what people typically do in those cases for fractional silver is they get constitutional silver, because you can get those for relatively low premium over spot. And that's wonderful, and that I certainly applaud those who stack in that manner. Gold, however, what about gold? Because usually what applies to silver also applies to gold as far as premiums. And you are right. Lower premium gold, or fractional gold, typically does have a higher premium. So the larger sizes that you buy for gold, typically 1 ounce and more, you typically pay the least amount of premium for it. In fact, per dollar, actually gold is a better deal than silver in that regard. But the problem is, for most of it, it's very difficult to raise the money, to save up that much money to buy the 1 ounce pieces of gold. It's a big commitment, and it takes a lot of discipline to do it. And for a lot of people, it's just not in their budget. Other things come up in the course of months and months that it may take to save up the amount of money it takes to buy 1 ounce of gold. But I'm here to tell you there is another way. And I'll tell you the first way, which doesn't involve these particular pieces here. The first way is to search the internet. And I say that loosely because really that's what it's about. You know, there's different ways to be able to find deals for fractional gold at very close to spot. In fact, I've found there was one deal that I took advantage of where you could get 2 10th ounce gold pandas for right at spot, maybe a little bit more. There was another case where special deals and things come along. You just have to pay attention. You have to search it out. There's different channels here on YouTube that actually will post videos that highlight special deals that come along. Things like credit card points, eBay bucks, special promotions, discount codes. Those are all different things, and they're more available today than ever before. Even 5 years ago, you couldn't find some of the deals that you can find today. And 10 years ago, it was almost unheard of. You know, online precious metals dealers were in very short supply. And free shipping, forget about it. back in that day. Nowadays, you do get free shipping and the like with some of these online deals. But the other thing is as well, fractional gold goes down to the 10th ounce size typically. Anything less than that, it's very difficult to find. But even tenth of an ounce size, the smaller the size of the particular coin or round or what have you in terms of gold, the higher the premium is. And a tenth of an ounce of gold now, you'd be hard pressed to find something for under $150. And that's a lot of money for some people. For a lot of people, it's a lot of money. And so when you think about that, those kind of premiums and being able to buy a very tiny little gold coin at that price, it's just, you might as well, you get more and you get something to look at of substance when you buy silver. You can buy, a 5-ounce bar and then some coins, some bullion coins on top of that, several coins of silver coins for that, and you got substance. These smaller pieces, the tenth of an ounce size is so small, you really, the problem is losing the thing unless you really just put it away in somewhere. Well, that brings me to these pieces here. So even with a tenth of an ounce size, the being able to find a deal for those is much more difficult. So then you may ask yourself the question, why in the world are you showing these pieces, which are, this particular piece here is just over a gram. It's actually 0.0482 of actual gold weight for this particular piece. This is a 2 pesos Mexican restrike. This is considered a bullion, a gold coin. 2 pesos is a denomination. It's just over a gram. And you can buy gold in the gram size. There are bars out there with it. And not only, Pamp Suisse and other manufacturers make gram-sized pieces. In this particular case, this is a coin, a restrike from the Mexican Mint here. A beautiful little gold coin. And this particular piece here is a 0.5 gram of gold. And 4/9 fine gold, dated 2010, but they come in various different years from the Perth Mint of Australia. And this is the kangaroo with a denomination of $2. So 2 pesos and $2. One just over a gram and one 0.5 gram. Well, these kind of pieces, you can still find deals online for them, but you're more likely to find pieces like this at a decent price at your local coin shop. I paid literally dollars over spot for this, for such a tiny piece of gold. I paid $65 for this particular coin. And you might say that's still pretty pricey. Actually, what is it? I calculated over spot, just over a gram or so, maybe even 2 grams. I'm not sure, but anyways, you do the math on it, and I did the math earlier. The numbers aren't in my head right now, but essentially, I paid a couple of dollars over spot, maybe $5, $6, $7 over, perhaps. So you get a very small and tiny coin for not a lot over spot. And $60 or $65 is still, a pretty decent amount of money. But it's still affordable, and you've got yourself some gold here. So there's that. This piece I got very recently, and I paid $25 for it. And so that calculates to about, at the time of gold prices then, about $5 over spot. So you're still paying a little bit over spot, but a coin like this that normally would sell for probably $40, maybe even $50 in some cases. But a 0.5 gram of gold comes in a capsule. It's a nicely well-struck particular piece. Perth Mint is second to none in recognizability and quality. But you've got gold, and you've got it at a reasonable price. A 1 ounce silver coin, there's some 1 ounce silver coins that they do charge over $20 for. So, and obviously this is a very small, but does it come in a capsule? I think pieces like this, it's good to have them in flips or something like that. Because if you have them out raw, well, the propensity to lose it is greater. So I think it's good to have that. But here's the thing. The moral of the story is you can buy gold really on almost any budget. And so on a limited budget, you can do it. And I would encourage you to do it. You silver stackers out there, even if you have to get the little small pieces like this, be on the lookout for deals. Be patient. They are out there. They're out there more today. Go to your local coin shop. See what they've got. Check online. Get yourself a little bit of gold. And the thing is as you accumulate in this manner, it adds up. And this is this may be, let's say together, I don't know, just over, let's say it's 2.5 grams or whatever. Well, I'll probably take these two pieces and trade them up towards a larger size, and trade that up to an even larger size. Some places will do that, weight per weight, and not penalize you on it. Gold, I think, is one of those metals where they'll take it, and especially if they know that the local coin shop or whatever can profit from it, they'll do it. No trade up. So it does add up, but it's a way to be able to accumulate gold without having to worry about, okay, I got to save this money up, and what if something happens and I got to use that money before I can afford to get the gold? This is a way to be able to accumulate it and have it in a form that will move with the price of gold, and you're not out anything. And by the way, in either direction too. Even if it goes down, you've got the weight that you can trade towards that 1 ounce gold if you come into some other money that you want to trade towards it. So just some things to consider here, and to encourage the community. And for those of you who are especially silver stackers, this video is for you, to be able to get yourself a little bit of gold, and attractive gold at a decent price. So post your thoughts below about this video. I hope it helped. I would like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for watching, and encourage you to rate, share, comment, and subscribe.